Everyone's shouting.
Who's going to go for it? Oh,
All sounds from the sounds.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to KPC. It's a beautiful Sunday morning, so we're glad you're here. This morning, Khenpo Karze will be giving us a teaching and a instruction on meditation. There'll be time for questions if you like. Khenpo is now in residence here due to the kind invitation of our spiritual director, Jetsama Akalama. And after the teaching, you feel free to stay here. I think there's going to be some tea and maybe some yummy cookies. And also, there's wonderful things on the property to check out, especially our koi pond, which has just been renovated and is fantastic to check out. So enjoy your day here. And thank you, Khenpo.
Thank you. Sanji Judo Soji Chamana, Chanju Bada Dani Jabaji Dagi Jinso, Jiga Saman Jindola Venja Sanji Rabasho, Sanji Judo Soji Chamana, Chanju Bada Dani Dagi Jinso, Jibido, Jidola Venja Sanji Rabasho, Sanji Judo Soji Chamana, Chanju Bada Dani Jabaji Dagi Jinso, Jibido, Jindola Venja Sanji Rabasho, Sanji Judo Soji. Chanju Bada Dani Jabaji Dagi Jinso, Jibido, Jidola Venja Sanji Rabasho, Sanjin Tamji Dewa, the Devi Judan Temple Juchi, Donha Judan Tawa Juchi. Dunga Mebe Dewa Damba Daminawa Juji, Nilin Chadan, Nidan Trebe, Tonyam Chembenga, Neva Juji, Sanjin Tamji Dewa, the Devi Judan Temple Juchi, Donha Judan Tawa Juchi, Donha Mebe Dewa Damba Daminawa. Nilin Chadan, Nidan Trebe, Tonyam Chembenga, Neva Juji, Sanjin Tamji Dewa, the Devi Judan Temple Juchi, Donha Judan Tawa Juchi. Dunga Mebe Dewa Damba Daminawa Juji, Nilin Chadan, Nidan Trebe, Tonyam Chembenga, Neva Juji. Kongi Tinji Niwan Papa Chebame Patame Oman. Tade Demende Jimutu, Sanjin Pami, Tamba de la Chance, Machuji Benchim, Mala Science, Sipazum, Sutinchi, Nimate, Mata. The man of Visual also this. Oh, yeah. Good morning and happy Sunday.
Morning.
A sunny day today, not like the yesterday and day before. Yeah. So last few weeks we are talking about four immeasurable thoughts, or sometimes four boundless thoughts. So loving kindness and compassion and joy or rejoicing. So these three are already taught. So today we are going to talk on the equanimity, or sometimes impartial. Yeah. So some practices are actually when they practice on four immeasurable thoughts, the practice number one is actually equanimity. Yeah, this is one way to how to practice those practitioners, because they thought maybe some are saying without cultivate equanimity or impartial thought, then we can't practice on love, kindness, or compassion, or rejoicing. So that's why they put number one, impartial or equanimity. So, but we are, according to the textbook, they explained Number one is loving kindness, and number two is compassion, and number three is rejoicing or joy, and number four is equanimity. So that's why today's topic is equanimity or impartial. So it's a sad actually. Just the sun sent out its warm rise impartially in all directions. So as spirit of impartiality allows us to transcend our personal bias and the respect the fundamental right of others to be happy and to be free of suffering. So the thing is here we need to, when we're doing practice on equanimity, thought, or boundless, equanimity, equanimity thoughts, or impartial thought, then we need to focus on is that because all the beings are impartial, equal of all kind of levels, which is sometimes we discriminate in the society. Some are high castles, some are low castles, some are rich, some are poor, and some are high positions, some are low positions. So due to that, we are always discriminating. So those we have to need to look at it in a balanced way. So through that, then we can practice equanimity, okay? Then also we can cultivate these thoughts more and more. Then we can develop our real bodhicitta mind. So if we can't cultivate these thoughts, then of course sometimes we can say that I'm practicing bodhicitta or I'm practicing those six paramitas, but in the real, it's difficult to, you are really doing, practice on bodhicitta or six paramitas. So that's why equanimity thought is very important. So here, let us just take a moment and to put the body and mind in stage into a more relaxed state. Then up until now, we've been engaged in all sorts of activities, some of them meaningful, some of them devoid of real meaning, and in relation to engaging in these activities, there are all sorts of feelings that arise, and correspondingly, all sorts of mental projections and suspicions that in a state of realization, just like a bubble appear on the surface of water, but can dissolve back into surface very quickly. So we should approach those wandering thoughts that may arise. So let us just reflect how up until the present moment or previously, because of the based attitude, this based mind holding some close to us and holding others for away or as enemies and so forth. This has caused all sorts of difficulty to arise. So in the 37 Bodhisattva practices in that book, master custody, Tome Zombo. In Tibetan, we call Tome Zombo, just much Tome. He actually mentioned it. Since all misery comes from seeking happiness for oneself alone. So not only the happiness or sufferings or illness or sadness, all actually came from the person concerned only yourself or only myself. So due to that, we are not, satisfied what we had, what we have got, and what we have. So due to that, all kind of difficulties we are facing, or in the future also, we will face all different kind of, difficulties. So let us just think, put all of those meaningless thoughts, and projections aside and put the mind into a state of impartial or equanimity. So let's reflect on this. Firstly, think of the person who is closest to you and think of the wish that you have for that person, for them to be able to achieve every single small happiness and also long-lasting happiness. Similarly, that you don't want them to have suffer at all. So you don't want this person to endure even the slightest suffering. So take that feeling or that awareness, then think of all the other beings that you can see, that you encounter, and try to extend that some wish for them to be happy and free from all kind of suffering with equanimity thought to all of those beings, and then hold it to the mind contemplation of the equanimity of all beings, thinking whether human, whether animals, and whether any of the six steps of beings in the uh, realms of samsara. So they all share this wish to avoid suffering and this hope to achieve happiness. So think about the equality of all beings based upon that common wish. So common wish, which we already cultivated, or which wish we already applied when we practice on loving kindness and compassion and rejoicing. So all beings, a common wish is to get happiness and not wish to all beings are suffering. So that is all beings are common wish. No matter wherever you are born, even hell realms or God's realms, we all want to wish happy and don't want to be suffering. So that is that all beings are common wish. So then think if I'm able to bring forth that wish for any sentient beings without a base, meant that wish for them not to suffer and to be happy, that this is the root of all happiness. This mind of equality, wishing that for all beings um, to be happiness, not only the happiness, long-lasting happiness, which means all beings will achieve nirvana or will achieve uh, Buddhahood. So that is the main goal uh, uh, why we are applying or why we are generate bodhicitta. We are wishing all beings get long-lasting happiness, which means all beings will achieve Buddhahood. So let's extend this thought of equanimity and think may all of beings, may they be free of this based mind, holding some close and other distant. May they abide in the state of equanimity towards all beings. I myself will help them to do this. So when we generate bodhicitta with four immeasurable thoughts, they're always together, not separately, those immeasurable thoughts and bodhicitta mind, actually. So that's where all mother sentient beings we sing, to get happiness and causes of happiness. And all mother sentient beings be free suffering and causes of suffering. So through that, then we can develop or cultivate our bodhicitta mind or our positive thought or sometimes right intention. So once we develop all the positive thoughts or right intentions, then we can do more things which can help other beings, like virtues through our body and mind and speech. So we need to think about that all beings are equal, one to happiness and not one to suffering. So this thought we need to develop not only those who are closest to you, so all the beings, same level. So we can't partial or discriminate. So think that mind, then you can relax on this mind, or constantly 10 to 15 minutes.
Just stay quiet.
Now you can take a little break. So, yeah, last few, I think Sunday, last few weeks, we are talking about 4 immeasurable thoughts. So which one is actually very, very important to all of us. It will bring a benefit a lot, or not only the you, but for all the sentient beings. Because those immeasurable thoughts we are focusing not only to those who close to you, So we are focusing all sentient beings to want to be want to achieve long-lasting happiness. So this kind of thoughts, if we can constantly or continuously, we can practice. And once we get a habit or addicted, then it's said actually, those who are bodhisattvas and Buddhas, even they eating and drinking or sleeping are all considered as virtues because of those bodhisattva and Buddhas. Their minds always, with this, with those positive thoughts. Not only when they are applying, so constantly or continuously without 1 second distracted any other negative thought. So that's why. So when they're eating and drinking or walking, all concerned in virtues. So we always need to practice on these positive thoughts and cultivate bodhicitta. Then we can bring like a happiness to the society or harmony. So each and every sentient beings want to be happy. So this a positive thought. With this positive thought, then we can practice every day and to try to use it your daily life. Okay. Okay. Any questions?
I have books online, so if you have a question, use this little microphone.
Khenpo, did I hear you say earlier that of the four immeasurable thoughts, the first one to actually consider is equanimity? Before you think about loving kindness, before you think about compassion, before you think about rejoicing in others' success, etc. Because without equanimity, I guess you can't even think about loving kindness or compassion or rejoicing in people's success or wealth or whatever. Is that what I heard you say? So without equanimity, you can't even do the three.
And this is one of a different way how to those practitioners are practicing. Now, some are practice beginning with loving kindness, and some are practice with beginning the equanimity. So each and every those have a reason. Without reason, I don't think so. They said like that. Yeah. So those who are practicing beginning with equanimity, they said, without equanimity thought, then you can't uh, practice loving kindness and compassion and rejoicing. Yeah, because loving kindness and compassion, which means you have to think about all sentient beings. All sentient beings are equal, want to happiness and don't want to suffering. That is the common wish or common thought. So that's why I think. Also, if you don't, how to say, like a loving kindness, which is we are according to number one, which is Buddha taught by one, the number one is loving kindness, then second one is compassion, like that. So this one is actually according to those who are practicing number one, loving kindness, which we need to know all sentient beings are like mother, like present mother, how kind to us. So like that, all sentient beings are your mother, no matter this lifetime or other lifetimes, and in the future, in the past, once they been or will become your mother. Similar like that, we need to think all sentient beings are like present our father and mother, especially mother. So because mother loves is how to say, connect with the kid, different than the father.
Right.
So mother love is more bigger than father. But not, we can't say, all the father are, less love like that. But the percentage, the mother is more connect with her kid, So through that, we can apply more compassion and loving kindness towards all beings. Yeah. So reason of that, each and every those great practitioners are saying, there's something reasonable. Yeah. So no matter, so what we can do is how to say, which is just easy for us. We can do that, number one. Yeah, there's not necessary, follow the number one. It should be always like this. So we can do what is suitable for us.
Start with.
What is more connect with our heart or our mind. Yeah.
Khenpo, one of the things I have, sorry, one of the things, the troubles I have with this is that my afflictive emotions come in when I start thinking about the loving kindness or equanimity. And in meditation, I find it difficult to send those thoughts away and calm my afflictive emotions down, even saying they just want happiness. And so I know it's hurting me and it's hurting the world to have that in my head, but it's still very difficult to let go of, especially right now as the world is, and it's hard to think of everyone who's leading in the world in a loving, kind, caring way.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you have any advice or help on that, but
Keep practicing.
just keep
Yeah, actually, not only you, so all of us, I think, very difficult to think all sentient beings are like, equal, because sometimes very difficult to generate bodhicitta towards some negative or some enemies, It's very difficult. Yeah, but we can't, how to say, neglect all like those enemies, because we are practicing, bodhicitta, which means you have to focus on all sentient beings, not only who are close to you. We need to, all the enemies also included, once we doing, those refuge, Karze, bow down. So in that, how we need, Karze, visualize, right, your right side, all fathers, your left side, all mothers, and your back side, all your relatives in front, so all your enemies. So we have to think like that, why those enemies are in front, because those enemies are more important than the father and mother and relative. So without those enemies, we can't do any practice. So no? Okay? So,
Thank you.
so of course, we need to appreciate all the whatever happening, some are good, some are bad. So through that, we can, at least we can, how to say, chance to do some good virtues or good thought or thinking, due to that.
Intention.
Yeah. So of course, yeah, not only Anila yourself, all of us sometimes really difficult. That's why all practices need to try to edit or habit it. So once we got habit, then it's not really difficult. It's easy, So that's why I say, for the beginner, we need to, when we're doing meditation, we need to a particular place, which is far from city, far from noisy. So like this place, it's peaceful, so not so noisy. Then we can sit and do meditation. It will help you a lot actually, because we are just trying or beginning or learning. Once we get habit, then it doesn't matter where are you living, in the city or in the in what they call in the disco. No matter, you can handle your mind and not distract those musics or whatever. You can focus on your whatever you are focusing. For us, it's a little bit difficult. So like that, we need to try also practice uh, uh, continuously and get a habit. Then everything's, I think, easy. Yeah. Okay. So keep trying, practice continuously. Okay. And don't lose your hopes. Yeah. Yeah, now we can do some kasa, compassion Buddha practice. Okay.
So pass out some practices and send them on prayer. Do.
I heard Emo's birthday
Yesterday.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's outside. Maybe you see.
Adams is here.
yeah. Adam is prepared something, flowers.
It's Adam's birthday today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Both of you, long life, staying fit and healthy. Yeah, one time.
So we'll start with the practice on the back
7
of
lines,
this.
one
You take
time.
This one first. You have this card?
There's more in here. Hold on. We needed 2 over first. Just 1 over. There you go. Okay.
Some of the cards. Yeah,
Any more?
thank you.
Or
This is the little one first.
Oh. You can have this one.
yeah.
Okay, so we'll chant the prayer on the back. We'll chant it one time.
야센 저기 거드르네 대마전의 실수나 거룩한 만들고 예기 예수 다루기 제내가 제수소 누르베가 세리온.
And we'll go to this little practice paper one. And we'll say this in English. Your 1,000 arms are the 1,000 universal monarchs. Your 1,000 eyes, the 1,000 Buddhas of this fortunate age. You who teach each and every one of us according to our needs. Lord Avalokiteshvara, to you I pay homage. And the mantra is Om Mani Padme Hum Kri, and we'll repeat that for a couple minutes. Om Mani Padme Hum
Money be me ore, 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 money. Money be me ore.
Continue with the dedication. By this virtue may I swiftly accomplish the state of Chenrezig, and may all sentient beings without exception be placed in that very state. And by this effort may all sentient beings be free of suffering. May their minds be filled with the nectar of virtue. In this way may all causes resulting in suffering be extinguished, and only the light of compassion shine throughout all our lives.
Thank you.